Hey guys, Welsknight here, and welcome back to another episode of Minecraft Expedition. And in today's episode, we are going to be going on an adventure, because it's been a while since we've gone on one, and I think we're about due. Before we do that, though, you guys have been telling me to do this, like, forever. So I'm going to go ahead and dye all of my golden bags of holding. Should have done that a long time ago, but that'll just help me keep a little bit more organized than I am right now. Just want to make sure I've got ample food. I should probably charge up my atomic disassembler before we head out, just to be on the safe side. We'll throw that in there. There we go. And I think we've got pretty much everything we need. I should maybe make... do I need to make more torches? Yeah, I probably should. Probably should have at least a stack of torches with me when we go. So let's just grab... you know what? Let's just do this. Let's just take 32 of those and 32 of those. And I'll just make a bunch of torches. There we go. So that should be good. Let's head off into the world and see if we can find anything cool. Let's see here. I still need to fix that tree farm, by the way. But let's take a look at the map, and let's see where we haven't really explored. Looks like south. If we go that way, we haven't really done a lot of exploring over there. We've explored pretty extensively up that way. So I think we'll head pretty much straight south, and we'll kind of head out into this area over here. So why don't we do that? Let's, let me grab my hang glider here. And I do have a few, kind of a story to tell you guys, and also kind of an explanation of what's been going on and all sorts of craziness. So, as a lot of you know, ooh, that was a bad, I've made a terrible mistake. I cannot believe I just did that. Wow, I am amazing at Minecraft. Holy cow. Oh, man. That was... I don't even know what to say to that. I mean, that was just horrendous. What did I do? Did I just, like... I just lost my mind. Or something. I don't know. Let's take a little sleep here. Believe that just happened. Oh, man. Wow, it's going to be one of those days, guys. Anyway, so as I was saying, as a lot of you know, I just moved from Wisconsin. I now live down south, kind of Kentucky, Tennessee area sort of place, kind of in that area, down south, quite a ways from Wisconsin, where I grew up. And where I've lived pretty much my whole life. I think this is our grave right here. Right? Yeah, there it is. Let's put all of our stuff back on. There we go. Let me just get my stuff kind of situated here. Put that on. That's our hardy ring that gives us extra hearts and all that kind of good stuff. Yeah, anyway. Now, I moved down here by myself. My wife is actually still back in Wisconsin. Mrs. Wells is still back in Wisconsin. Because this is where the job was. And the job, you know, the plan is ultimately for Mrs. Wells to move down here as well within the next couple of weeks. But before that happens, I need to find a place to live. Because I've been living in kind of like very temporary... a very temporary housing situation. Think like, kind of like a hotel, basically. And, you know, obviously that's not the kind of place that you want to live for an extended period of time. So I've spent pretty much the whole weekend looking at houses and places where I could potentially live and where I could potentially move Mrs. Wells down to. And this has got to be... Yeah. This is a Chocolate Quest castle. Because look at this terrain gen. Like, if this was natural terrain gen, just imagine. That would be insane. But anyway. So, I spent the whole weekend kind of looking at houses. And I looked at a few of them. I think I actually went and saw 3 of them in person. But then I looked at a whole bunch more just kind of in ads and stuff like that online and, things like that. And I have to say, I'm actually kind of pleasantly surprised about the cost of renting a house down here. It's actually pretty comparable to where I come from in Wisconsin. I thought it was going to be a lot more expensive because the cost of living where I come from in Wisconsin is extremely low compared to a lot of other places in the United States. So, but anyway, so I looked at 3 houses, and one of them was kind of a bust. Like, I went in, and I kind of looked at it, and the door frame was kind of torn up a little bit, and there was, like, it just wasn't a very nice house. Like, it was kind of run down. It was also a lot farther from my job than I wanted it to be. I was hoping to find something a little bit closer. And, I'd be willing to live a little farther away if the house itself was really nice, but that just really wasn't the case for this particular house that I looked at. So, I took a look at it and very quickly decided, this isn't the one. And then later that day, I went and looked at 2 other houses, and one of them was kind of a nice ranch-style house, all on one level, with a big garage. It's got actually a 2-car garage kind of in the basement, and it's really nice, and it's huge. It's absolutely huge for the kind of money that they're looking for that house. Like, it's not an exorbitantly expensive place, but it has so much space. It's just ridiculous. And it's close, and it's really, really nice, and I like it. The other one that I looked at is a bit smaller. It's still not a tiny itty-bitty house, but it's a lot smaller than the ranch-style house I looked at. And this one is kind of like a what architectural style? It's almost kind of a farmhouse. It's like I don't know, but it's cute. It's cute, and I like it. It's kind of like I don't know how to explain it. I think it's a Cape Cod style home now that I think about it. I think that's technically the architectural terminology for me. But it's 2 stories. It's kind of yellow, and it's not very big, but it's just really nice on the inside, and it's cute, and I like it. And really we don't have all that much stuff, so now I need to decide if I want to live in the cute house or if I want to live in the big house. The cute house is a little bit less expensive, but it's not a lot less expensive. I mean, I think the ranch house is about $100 more a month than the little cute house. But the ranch house is like 2,000 square feet. Actually, I think it's even more than that. I think it's like 2,100 square feet, and the little cute house is like 1,600 square feet. I think something like that. So I mean, I don't know. I'd be happy with either one, but I just got to decide which one I want to go with. But either way, I'm really excited to move again for the 3rd time in like 3 weeks. Because first we moved out of the house that wifey and I were living in. We moved out of there. And then we moved everything into my parents' house just temporarily. And then I moved down here and into my kind of temporary location down here. And then I'm going to be moving again in like a couple weeks. So, yeah, lots of moving. Luckily, the first time you move in a short period of time, the first time is the hardest. Because after that, everything else is already kind of like boxed up. And I don't have to pack everything back up again. It's already packed up and ready to go. So, that's a good thing at least, because, man, it's a lot of work to move. Ooh, hello. Hello, Chocolate Quest Castle. Oh, I really like the bridge that generates right there, too. That's actually the bridge is from Recurrent Complex, but the way it generated right here actually makes it kind of look like it's supposed to be part of the castle, which I think is really cool. That's awesome. Anyway, we're going to leave that alone for now. I've done enough exploring of Chocolate Quest castles. I was just actually watching Iskal's recent Survival Stories series, which, by the way, if you haven't checked out Iskall and you haven't checked out his Survival Stories series, you should totally do so because he's one of my favorites. One of my favorite content creators on YouTube and a good friend of mine as well. Really good guy. So I highly encourage you to check that out if you have not already done so. But anyway, so I was recently watching his Survival Stories series, and he's got a little Survival Stories server with himself, Rendog, and Stress Monster, who you may remember from Kingdom Craft, back when Kingdom Craft was still a thing. But they did a video, Stress Monster and Iskall did a video together where they took on a Chocolate Quest castle and got just wrecked, and it was extremely entertaining to watch, and I chuckled a little bit. Because I'm kind of evil like that, I guess. I don't know. I found it very entertaining. But they were having a good time, so always a good thing. Anyway, what I want to do is, as I kind of am out exploring and seeing things here... Ooh, hello. I'd like to find a few things. First of all, there's one of the things that I was kind of interested in finding. I think we had already found one of these. This is the crypt from the Gravestone mod over here. And I was interested in finding one of these just because I think I'd only found one. And they are pretty rare. They're not something that generates super regularly. But I'm just going to mark this on the map for now, and we'll take a closer look at this at a later time. Let's just do a little bit of this so I can actually make a little pathway to the door. Oh, darkness is coming. That didn't take long. Anyway, so we'll just mark this new crypt number 2, save. And we will hide it. There we go. Okay, so there's that. And there it is getting dark, because whenever you go inside one of those things, it instantly pretty much becomes night. Which is kind of an interesting mechanic, but that looks like night to me. Don't tell me I can only sleep at night. I know I can only sleep at night. It looks like night. Do you see I see the stars. That means it's night. Silly game. Stop telling me that I can only sleep at the time that it is right now. There we go. Much better. Anyway, the other thing that I'd like to find is I'd really like to find a couple new biomes. And a silverwood tree. Someone told me that silverwood trees do not naturally generate in Expedition, which is kind of a problem. That's definitely not working as intended. So now there's ways around it. I could add silverwood saplings to like dungeon chests, and that would work. And that's probably what I'll end up doing if I don't find any silverwood saplings here, or find any silverwood trees, I should say here. But yeah, definitely not working as intended. I have a feeling it's something to do with the realistic terrain generation messing with it. And that's kind of unfortunate, but you know, that kind of stuff happens from time to time. Speaking of which, I really need to put out an update to the mod pack. I have not done that in longer than I would like. I was giving it an update like pretty much every Friday, and then I got kind of caught up in the move and everything like that. So I'm hoping to have the next update out at the end of this week. That's kind of what I'm shooting for. Can't make any promises, of course, because life is life and things happen, but that's kind of what I'm shooting for, is to have the next update out by the end of the week here. Let's see. Let's cross the river. And drop down. There we go. And that kind of looks like ocean over there. In fact, that may be the edge. That may be pretty much the edge of the world right here. Possibly. Or maybe it's just a really big lake, now that I'm kind of looking at it. I think this might just be a really big lake, because I can kind of see it over there. Yeah, I think this is... Ooh, Enderman. Hey, come here, you. I need your ender pearls. Why, whoa! Why, you know... He went this way. I see him teleporting around on the map. Come here. I need your ender pearls. Got it. Got one. Do I have looting 3 on the sword? I do. Okay. So there was one. And then there's supposed to be another enderman around here as well. Nothing. Okay. Well, that's too bad. But this is one of the biomes right here, actually, this is like one of my favorite biomes. This kind of autumn forest biome. I think that's actually what it's called. Meadow. Yeah. Wait till we actually get within the trees. Seasonal forest. That's what it is. This seasonal forest biome from Biomes O'Plenty is just beautiful. Just gorgeous. I love the colors of the leaves and all that kind of stuff. The trees themselves don't give you any new types of wood, but just the leaves in general. It's just a very pretty biome, and I could see myself possibly building something here at some point. Although I think we may have already found one. Yeah, off to the left of the village. I think that's a big seasonal forest right there as well. Anyway, so I'm going to continue on here. I'm going to do a little bit more exploring here, guys, and I will come back to you if I find anything cool. Alright, guys, I am back, and I stumbled across a village that we haven't seen before. And it appears, I think this is a roguelike dungeon. Oh no, it's a Doom-like dungeon in the middle of the village, which is pretty cool, actually. That's quite useful. Now, I'm just going to kind of peek around here. I don't know that I'm going to find... I didn't really see anything too amazing in this village. I didn't see, like, a blacksmith. We do have a full AgriCraft thingy here. So I suppose we can pop in and see if maybe there are any useful crops that we haven't found yet. If I can figure out how to get in there, anyway. You know what? We'll just do this way. Whatever. Artichoke, winter squash, kiwi, industrial hemp, sesame. Cinder pearl seeds. Those might come in handy. In fact, I'm actually going to grab those. Raspberry, broccoli. I already have the mystical flowers, so I don't really need those. Asparagus, blackberry, spinach, turnip. More mystical flowers. Desert nova. We'll take those. Vishroom spores. I'll take those. Anything else? I think that's all the cool stuff. And you know what? We'll take the sesame seeds too. I seem to remember that there's some recipe that calls for sesame seeds that I wanted to make at one point, and I didn't have them, so we'll do that. Anything else in this village that's cool? Books. Books actually would be good, because my supply is running rather low. What's the door like? Right here? Yeah. Oh. You do that dirty thing? Yeah, there we go. Cool. Let's just break all of these. The books I need, the rest of it I really don't. Okay, so there's that. Anything else cool here? Any, Oh. I fell into the thing. There we go. Oh, hey, open. There we go. I just want to kind of take one more peek around this village. Oh, there's another library I haven't gotten yet. Hello, books. You belong to me now. I will take you. Thank you. What I'd really like to find... Oh, man, look at this. It's like libraries everywhere. And I hear stuff. And that's Tarma root. I'll take that, too. That's kind of hard to find if you don't... Because it's not... Yeah, it's just kind of hard to find. Let's just leave it at that. It kind of grows out in the world in very, very small quantities. So if you're not like if you stumble across it, you should probably grab it. Ow, that was stinging nettle for sure. Okay, I think we've pretty much explored the village. I don't think there's really going to be a whole lot more here that I haven't seen already. There's an apothecary up here. I suppose we can take a peek at that. Ooh, a voodoo poppet and spectral dust. Okay, I'll take it. That's from witchery. Oh, here we go, blacksmith. This is what I was really looking for. What do we get? Shiny ingots, rainbow curry, a lava bucket, angel's steel of the 1st degree, and some charcoal. So not the best chest, but not too bad either. Not too bad. The shiny ingots are always useful. And angel steel is kind of a pain to make, so I'll take as much of that as I can find. And I'll be all happy about it. So yeah, fun stuff. I'm going to go ahead and we'll do a little bit of that. And, oh, I broke the door. Oh well, whatever. But yeah, guys, I think that's kind of going to do it for this episode. We didn't, you know, we just kind of went on a little bit of an adventure. I am way, way south of our current location. We're down here. And our base is all the way back up here. So it's going to be a long journey back. But I just kind of wanted to talk with you guys a little bit and get your thoughts on some things. What is this? Is this a witchery thing? Or is this from artifacts? Oh, this might be a... I think this is a roguelike dungeon. Yeah. Okay, this is definitely a roguelike dungeon. I was just confused because it was way taller than what they normally are. Huh, interesting. Okay, anyway, so yeah, I digress, guys. I think I am going to go ahead and wrap up this video right here. Just wanted to talk with you guys a little bit about what was going on in my life and all that kind of fun stuff. And do a little bit of exploring because I find it relaxing. Guys, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave me a comment. I do appreciate it, and it really helps out my channel. You can also find me on Facebook, Twitter, and Twitch. There are links in the video description below, so check that out as well. Otherwise, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll definitely see you next time.